Good evening, folks. How y'all doing tonight?
Sheesh.
Y'all. So yeah, it's going to be kind of a combo stream tonight, because I'm pretty low in the Final Fantasy queue, but not quite there yet. I'm number 600, down from 6k. Hi, Yami. Welcome. King Pine Martin, nice. So, welcome Kitsu, welcome King Pine Martin and Ayami. Thank y'all for coming by. Yeah, this whole Final Fantasy thing's just a ride. It sucks because I just don't know when I'm gonna be playing, like, day after day, and I like to plan shit, so this uncertainty really doesn't work for me. My day was okay. It was pretty okay. I woke up at 3:30, and I modded for Paula's 6 hours at Imola, her endurance race, and that was a trip. She did really, really, really well. Knocked it out of the park. I think started P15, and both she and her co-driver worked it up to P10. And just did a great job. It was super solid. Is that louder than normal? Aw. Yeah, see, now we're number... Oh my god. What? Oh, we're 294. We might not play a Halo at all tonight. Wow. Yeah, that was pretty nuts. Okay, so let me transition here. There we go. Yeah, so actually let me show you where I'm at with Final Fantasy here. If I can find it in my thing here. Yeah, see, that's where I'm at. 196. Oh goodness, indeed. Okay, pets. There we go. That's actually not too bad. I was, when I logged in, it was like quarter of three, and I was at 5,900, and then I took an hour nap, and then when I woke up, I was kicked out of the queue at 4,500. So then I re-logged in, I was back up to 5,900 at quarter of four, and I was kicked out of the queue a couple of times, but was able to log back in fast enough to resume where I left off. So, this is where it's been at for the past 2 hours. Love you too, Ayami. Oh, King Pine Martin, what? What is it? What? Did you get a new skateboard? A new pair of Heelys? What did you get? Your new character is finished, what? Show pet. Yeah, Kitsu, I have to give that anime a shot again. It's been years, and I should give it a shot again. Season 3. Aren't there like 50 seasons or something like that? Something ridiculous? I know there's a lot. Everything's doing pretty good, Hyena Banks. We're, trying to make our way through the queue here. Alright, just switching the game here super quick. Because I think we're just gonna... I think I'm just gonna do like kind of like a just chatting thing until we can get in. More pets. Sorry. Ugh, I'm a little frenetic today. Gonna DM you his page on Discord. Okay. Sweet! Check that. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. King Pine Martin. Holy crap. Ah, Paula! Oh, dang. Ahty about to log in. Yes. I sat here and chatted for a little bit, and magically it went from like 1,400 to less than 200. So I was like, I guess we're skipping Halo tonight. But, oh my god, Pine. Heckin' cute as heck. Amanda did such a great job on that ref. Ah, thank you, Ayami. Perfect. Oh, Kitsu? What's my quirk? Sup, Ahty. Not much, Paula. Positive charge. What does that mean? Why am I just hovering at 196 right now? It basically allows you to have a positive effect on everybody and change their mood. Well, that would actually be a useful skill to have. I'll do more pets, why not? So, Pine, I might have to bother Amanda for a ref. How long did that take her? Kitsu, I don't know that I've ever been kicked by a cat, but I've certainly been trodden upon by one, like I'm a piece of furniture, but then again, who hasn't? It took her a while, but she was also working from nothing, and only on stream because I requested that it only be worked on stream. Okay. Ah, yeah, Kitsu. I've seen cats like bunny kick stuff. Yeah, I'm not budging from 196. It'll move, I promise. Alright, Trinity, I'm holding you to it. Just kidding. If you're planning on getting a new ref for your current Sona, she could probably get it done way faster. Okay. Now here's the key question, since I'm not exactly a saintly furry, so to speak. Does she do NSFW refs also? Because that's a thing. If not, no worries. I mean, I can just get another artist to do that, but I do have 2 refs. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to ping her then. Because my ref was done back in 2015, and my colors have slightly changed since then. Like my current ref has me a lot more grayscale rather than dark gray and light gray / white. Almost there. Yeah, I've been sitting at 196 for like 20 minutes though. But Trinity promised me it'll move, so... Kitsu, yes, I remember Yu-Gi-Oh! I watched like a few episodes when I was a kid. Mostly when I was waiting for Gargoyles to come onto TV. But oof, waking up at 3:30. Waking up at 3:30, I was actually surprised with how tired I was. But like, I was able to last that whole entire stream, but then, yeah, right after I just collapsed. I napped, and then when I woke up I did laundry, and then I napped again. I think of a legal tactic in Yu-Gi-Oh! Want to hear? Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna play card Steel Hubcaps. Yeah, Pine, I really like that ref. I like that ref a lot. I really like what she did with the eyes. Like all of the eyes in the whole on every image in the ref are all just kind of like have this kind of sinister vibe going on. Except for the middle lower one, which is just like, these are my teeths. And I just really like I really like the look. So there's one of the technique styles of something called Pendulum, which you can summon any monster from a level of the monsters and using the Pendulum Zone. So there's a very good card, Exodia. And that's in pieces, so I imagine having all the pieces, even summoning it after the Pendulum is on his head, and you just summon Exodia right after that. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm just not familiar with... I'm not familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! Ooh, 129. It's happening. Yeah, I mean, all around, it's just a great ref. It moved! And now it's going to be another hour before it moves again. Just kidding. Yeah, I gotta watch more anime, honestly. Bong! Thank you, Ryu. Also been working on some card game decks. Updated my Netrunner deck, my DBS, the card game deck, and my FF TCG deck. Excellent. There we go! Pipettes. And here we are. Let's go! So yeah, given the way that the queue is, I think I'm just gonna, for now, be playing Final Fantasy on the weekends, and then probably during the week, which is Tuesday and Fridays, probably do Halo or something similar. Oop, and I got a bean. Bean! Still chugging through Shadowbringers, on to kill the third Light Warden. I forget which one the third one was. That was the one in Ilmeg, wasn't it? Was that the third? Or was that the second? Amarang. Okay. No, Yeah, you're right. Amarang. Yeah. It seems like there is no one playing FF TCG whenever I am on, though. I'm hoping that'll change, Pine. I'm really hoping that'll change. Ahty, my, what a pleasant surprise.
Not.
Raktika Great... Doot-doot-doot! Raktika Greatwood. Yeah, so... Oh, man. Yeah, the second one was... Yeah, I don't know now. Keytown Unravel is, to be honest, actually probably one of my favorite areas. That was really good. If you've come to inquire after the Archons, fear not. Master Matoya's treatment has proven effective in stabilizing their corporeal ether. You mustn't grow complacent, however. Potent though that these magics may be, they are not without limits. We can only hope they afford us enough time for the Crystal Exarch to complete his work. If only we could go with you to the first and help. Yeah, you don't want to go there if you're, if you don't want to get stuck there too. QR has a good, if kinda indirect reference to a Final Fantasy spin-off game. I'm trying to remember what that was. Ah, Ahty, it has been far too long, my friend. Forgive me, I don't believe we have been formally introduced. Maxima, former Garlean ambassador. I remain here in Eorzea under the auspices of Commander Eldon, offering what counsel I can in the hopes of resolving the present conflict with the Empire. Ah yes, I have heard stories of a defector from Garlemald. But never mind that, you said you have urgent news? Indeed. As you may have heard, the Imperial capital is in turmoil, and a sizable portion of the Garlean forces have been recalled from the Gimlet Dark. With their numbers so greatly diminished, the main host of the Alliance has withdrawn, leaving the Alamegan resistance to keep watch over the border. And it is where we have welcomed a most unexpected visitor who claims that this de-escalation may belie growing dangers and unforeseen threats. You wouldn't really know unless you knew to look for it, but there's the birds from the Secret of Mana cover art. Now there's a name I haven't heard in a while. I played that very briefly when I was a kid. Interesting. Okay. I might have to play that again at some point. I was just a little kid. Commander Alden has arranged for an impromptu meeting to discuss these revelations. He has also requested a representative of the Scions to attend as well, though it was clear to whom he wished I extend this invitation. It would seem time is of the essence. Well, you'll not be attending this meeting alone, though I am not as well versed in the affairs of city-states as our comrades. I see no reason to burden a single Scion with all this. Yes, of course. Then we must make for the Alamegan quarter with all haste. Well, what are you waiting for? Get going, you two. Alright, let's do this. The Alamegan quarter. I haven't been there in a while now. Oop, somebody's doing dungeons tonight. Trinity. An Aether Current? Here? In my Alamegan quarter? There we go. Commander Alden awaits us in the Royal Palace, if you would follow me. Oof, I love the griffins in the palace. They're amazing. Ah, look who it is.
They're here, Commander.
And I, for one, am grateful that they are. Told you've been busy since our paths last crossed at the Gimlet Dark. Not that I understand half of it. When the science spoke of other worlds, I'd struggled to describe what I pictured. Mayhap things would seem clearer were I to hear the tale from your own lips. But I'm afraid the situation will not afford us that luxury. I trust you two require no introduction.
We meet again, hero of Eorzea. Must we repeat this ridiculous display? I pose no threat to you, though what I come to warn you of very well might.
Had he meant to do us harm, I hazard he would have kept to the shadows, and brought more than 2 companions. We need not pretend to be the best of friends, but I hope we can put aside our differences for the present.
As you are doubtless aware, Sir Estinian and I cooperated to rid the world of Black Rose in your absence. Our journey together took us as far as the Imperial Palace, where we witnessed Emperor Varus meet his death at Xenos' hand. Being the sole witnesses to this crime, and in no position to defend our innocence, we were then forced to flee, each pursuing his own avenue of escape. When we were later reunited, Estinian claimed to have encountered an unfamiliar kind of machina during his flight, but to me his description seemed anything but, and upon further investigation I found that I was right. The Empire is developing a new Ultima weapon.
What, that Allagan monstrosity, created to vanquish primals, with which you yourself once thought to conquer Eorzea?
The same. In my foolishness, I sought to harness its power, and became the Ascian's pawn in so doing. But you know as well as I how that tale ended.
Yep, we kicked your ass.
The weapon itself, excavated from beneath this very city, was destroyed ere we could fully unravel its secrets, and that should have been the end of it. But unlikely as it sounds, the Empire's efforts to recreate it have somehow borne fruit, primarily through secret research conducted by the 7th Imperial Legion, it would seem.
Wait, the 7th was all but annihilated at Cartano, along with its legatus.
Indeed. Few survived. The 7th, as it is now, has little in common with the Legion led by Vandanus, and its leadership has changed hands several times since. Precisely how this project has continued despite such turmoil, and under whose auspices, remains a mystery.
This isn't good.
What we do know, however, is that a number of prototypes have been produced, and that one of them is on its way to Eorzea. We attempted to stop it, but it was all we could do to slow its progress, so we resolved instead to bring you warning.
And right glad are we that you did, though it soundly dashed our hopes that tensions might ease at last.
As it is, we've begun to strengthen our presence in the Gimlet Dark, and are assembling a force to meet the coming threat. A force with you in its vanguard, I hope. Before you say anything, I know full well you have pressing concerns of your own. Your comrades remain in peril, and I would not ask you to forsake them. But the fact remains that you, and you alone, have faced the Ultima weapon, and emerged victorious. We need you. And so, when the time comes, if your comrades can spare you, I bid you lend us your strength. I've assigned an officer to await your word.
The Ascian's downfall was to be the work of my remaining days, but it was my hand that kindled these flames, and I cannot allow them to spread any further. I will do what I must to see this mistake consigned to history once and for all. Even if it means begging your aid. The Fates will enjoy the irony, even as I endure the ignominy.
I too shall make for the border and offer my skills, meager though they seem in such company. Mayhap we shall meet there anon.
Though we can ill afford to ignore the coming of a new Ultima weapon, our friend's plight grows ever more precarious, and none save you can join them in the first. I only hope you are not forced to make a choice.
That doesn't fill me with good thoughts. I think I want to use a glamour, though. There we go. I still prefer the look of the antiquated fail knot. Because it's just, I don't know. I like the look of the other one, but this one I think is just much better looking. Mr. Fox! How are you? I'm doing okay today. That bow does look pretty good with this attire. Not gonna lie. Doing pretty good indeed. We're continuing to make our way through the last of the Shadowbringers MSQ. As ever, the way forward is paved with difficult decisions. We can ill afford to ignore the threat of the new Ultima weapon, but with each passing day, the plight of the Scions grows ever more perilous. If you cannot stay for a debriefing on the Ultima weapon, I will not stop you. I only ask that you confer with me before returning to the first. Bit windy. Okay. I see. So basically, like like a certain amount of the Ultima weapons I think are actually part of the MSQ, but not something I have to do right away. Because like this guy right here will give me the quest for Ruby Doomsday. It's a side quest with some trials, okay. So I could actually do the rest of the Shadowbringers MSQ and do this stuff after that. Okay. Perfect. I take it you're ready to return to the first? Then I would ask you apprise the others of recent events here in the source, namely Xenos' return and the development of a new Ultima weapon. As for their bodies, you may assure them Master Matoya and I will continue doing what we can to help their corporeal ether stable. They're very good fights, both self-referential to the weapons in other Final Fantasy games and a homage to Gundam. Yeah, I'll definitely need to do those. Safe travels, Ahty. I hope to see you and the other Scions soon. Here we go. Nope, that's not the way I need to go. It's this way. So actually, let me check one thing real quick. All right. So Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve falls on a Friday. And I am not going to be seeing family this year because my whole family's on the East Coast. And I'm still not willing to fly, unfortunately. So, and also Saturday. Saturday is Christmas. So that, which is also one of my streaming days typically. So, would y'all be interested in a Christmas Eve stream slash a stream on Christmas Day slash night? I know people probably have plans. But, you know, in the event people are home, I'm thinking that I may still stream, just in case folks are kind of stuck in places where they don't exactly want to be. Ah, okay. That works. Might not make it, though, but I'll try. No worries, Fingers. I mean, if folks are around, I mean, it's gonna be something to do. You know? Because I know Bagel Tiger. Bagel Tiger tries to do this for folks who are not seeing family for the holidays and things like that. Because I know holiday loneliness is a thing. Like, I've experienced it many times. You know, being so far away from my folks. You know, hanging out with friends, you know, it helps mitigate that to a certain extent. So, I just want people to, you know that you don't have to be alone during the holidays. You could come and chill and vibe, and we can chat and talk about whatever. Yes, I have business. Yes, get me into the ocular. I don't meet what little family is left till Sunday, so I will be around. Get me to the ocular on time. You've come at a most opportune time, my friend. I've made something of a breakthrough in my research on the soul, and a means to return the Scions home. I trust you too have been making good use of your time? Sort of. The ill tidings from the source, you say? Then I will summon the others, that we might all be apprised of the situation.
Now that we are all here, what news from the source?
A new Ultima weapon. We must count ourselves lucky that Gaius has pledged his assistance.
While this is indeed a worrying development, I think the state of the Empire as a whole greater grounds for concern. With the Emperor slain and Xenos returned, it is impossible to predict how matters will unfold in Garlemald. The Ultima weapon may be but the first of many unpleasant surprises.
The situation beareth closer observation, of that there is no doubt, and doth compound our need to return unto the source.
Then let us address that issue. Our long search for a means to see you safely home may well be nearing its conclusion. Thanks in large part to Urianger and Beklug's invaluable insight, we have succeeded in fashioning a vessel for the journey.
We set out to create a crystalline container retaining the more useful properties of white aurosite, but without its regrettable limitations. And after a good deal of trial and error, we made one. An ark for soul and mind both that will allow your incorporeal self in its entirety to be ferried between worlds. A spirit vessel, if you will.
That sounds intriguing.
However?
Though the vessel is possessed of the requisite qualities to hold mind and memory, it wanteth yet for a means to receive of them. For that, we must needs imbue it with the Exarch's innate gift.
A gift that lives on only through the blood of the Allagan Emperors, which certainly does not flow within aurosite or any other crystal.
Just so, milady. The blood serveth as a conduit of sorts. In its absence, memory cannot pass from mind unto mind, nor from flesh unto crystal.
That being the case, we must either alter the process of inheritance so as to require no such thing, or determine a means by which my blood may permeate the vessel. I am hopeful that the records found within this tower will yield the knowledge we require to pursue one or the other of these avenues.
As well you should be. The Allagan's body of etherological research is extraordinary. I can scarce believe it the work of ages past. But its underlying principles are not so very different from those of my own field of study. Given time, we will find the answers we seek.
I know that you can ill afford to wait, and it pains me that I must ask you to do so. I can only reaffirm my promise to you that a solution will be found. Whatever it takes, I will see you safely home.
My apologies.
I do hope you haven't come to tell us that mortal peril fast approaches.
No. I had hoped to speak with the Warrior of Darkness. But there is no need to cut short your meeting on my account. I will be waiting outside.
Why not speak in here? She knows I don't mind. Unless she didn't want to.
Perhaps I might accompany you. Though I am woefully ill-qualified to assist in the Exarch's research, I may yet be of some use to Lena.
Kind of worries me a little bit with Lena. must confess, while I enjoy my fair share of scholarly research, it will be good to step outside for a spot of fresh air. Now, then shall we go and speak with Lena? Ah, there she is. Look at that, it's night. There's a moon somewhere. We have little time, so I will be brief. A Sin Eater has been sighted in Lakeland, and I ask for your assistance in slaying it. A Sin Eater? I had heard some few yet remained after the night had returned, but perhaps we should call the others? That will not be necessary. It is only a single Sin Eater. A simple task for our guard, I should think. That said, I believe fighting alongside the Warrior of Darkness would be a valuable experience for them. Peace can lead to complacency, and they gain nothing from an easy victory. But you do not underestimate your foes. However harmless they may seem, my men would do well to learn from your example. Let's be about it then. Excellent. Then let us make for Fort Job. So this music that's playing right now, like the last couple of days I worked, like Thursday and Friday, I was listening to nothing but this while I was at work. And it was just, I can't do it anymore because I'm just not productive when I'm listening to it. Just some of the music in Final Fantasy, it transports you somewhere else. And really, like, that's really the last thing I needed at work. Which sucks because it's so good. It does. It does mellow you out. But at the same time, it's like it mellows you out, it transports you somewhere else, and then in some circumstances, it just makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up. Not in a bad way, but it's just, it's very intense and very well done. If you would wait here a moment, I will gather the others. You may not remember, but you have met these soldiers once before, though only in passing. Long have they awaited the opportunity to fight at your side. I was at death's door the day after the Sin Eaters attacked. If you and yours hadn't come along, I'd have likely stepped through, and I wouldn't have been alone. Your courage and selflessness is something we all aspire to. I too was there that terrible day. My friend was transformed into a Sin Eater before my very eyes, and I had no choice but to cut her down. The thought of returning to the field, of holding a blade again, it filled me with dread. But that is no way to honor her or my comrades, and so I've returned. I swear I will not let you or anyone else down from this day forward. A pleasure to meet you, miss, truly. It seems like only yesterday I watched as you took flight astride an Amuro to go and save the Oracle. Strange to think the Yulmoran soldiers we once locked blades with are now at our side. But we will do our utmost to keep the peace here in Lakeland. We seem to be missing one. Kuroja! Thank you so much for the raid. Heck! Thank you so much. How was the rest of Astral Chain tonight? Oh, that is a cool emote. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, sorry I could really just only lurk tonight, because I had a bunch of paperwork for work to get completed before I could get to work tomorrow. It had to be done before tomorrow, and I've been putting it off all weekend. Hi, Essenceless Musing. We beat a lot of people up, but it was fun. And there was a conspiracy. That sounds awesome. Conspiracies abound, and we had to deliver lunch to a husband and eat some congee. I have no idea what that is. Congee. Savory rice gruel. That doesn't sound appetizing. Interesting, though. I'm honestly kind of still disappointed that Astral Chain is a Nintendo Switch exclusive. Like, if that was on PC, I would have totally bought it already. Okay, Senseless described it as oatmeal, but with rice, and not sweet. Okay. That sounds a little bit better. Interesting. So everyone... I haven't done this in a while, but everyone who came in on Kuroja's stream, welcome. My name is Ahty. I'm a transfer gamer from Oregon. I play mostly RPG-type games, some MMOs, like Final Fantasy here and Guild Wars. But mainly stuff that tells a story, because I'm... above everything with gaming, I like to be immersed. I like to be engaged and invested in the story. If it doesn't tell a good story, it doesn't keep my attention for very long. But, you know, occasionally you'll have like a diamond in the rough, like Final Fantasy here. And in certain aspects, I think, from what I've seen of Astral Chain, games like that are definitely up my alley. And having folks along for the ride, I really get a lot more out of gaming when there are folks watching. So, I mean, if RPGs are your jam, feel free to leave a follow. You know, I usually stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 6 p.m. PST to 9-ish or so. Thank you, Kitsu. And also the community here, we try to just keep it real chill and casual. Like, I really enjoy chatting and having a good time with the folks in the stream, but we also talk about some serious stuff too. So, if all of those things are like your thing, you know, please feel free. You are always welcome. Also, don't knock it until you try it. That's fair too. Yeah, like the other night when we had a deep discussion about titanium taxes. Yeah, it's just that, you know, the only thing I worry about having like lots of different serious, deep conversations is inevitably somebody is going to think that their opinion doesn't matter, or they're being delegitimized or anything like that. And as long as stuff like that doesn't happen, then I welcome it. You know? I just don't want people feeling like their opinion or their feelings don't matter. You know? Ahty said my 3% tax proposal went too far, but I think Ahty's 3% proposal doesn't go far enough. Unless the... That's true. That is one viewpoint and political stance and ideology that is absolutely 100% not welcome here. Yep. Alrighty, Kitsu. My apologies, Captain Lena. An elderly gentleman asked that I escort him to Clearmelt. It took longer than I had anticipated. I'll not begrudge your desire to help those in need, but a soldier must be punctual, especially when we play host to honored guests. It won't happen again. The name's Thaler. I'm sure you don't remember, but we met once before in the infirmary. I asked you to deliver a message to the Exarch and the Warrior of Darkness. Little did I know I was already talking to her. Alright, I promised Grandpa I'd run into town and get him some ice cream since I forgot we were out. So I'm a jet, but I might be back. Gonna leave the stream on while I'm away. Alrighty, Kuroja. Have a safe trip, okay? Don't give up, don't give in. I keep those words close to my heart, and the boundless, beautiful skies above serve as a reminder of their importance. My friend got to see the knight's return shortly before he passed. He left this world with a smile, satisfied with a glimpse of what was to come. But there are countless others who weren't so fortunate. They give their lives for the promise of a future they'll never know, and so it falls to us to do everything we can to fulfill that promise. Something I forgot too when I was at the store. Ice cream. Oh well, there is tomorrow. Yeah, I need to pick some up too. Lately, you know, it's been a month or two, but I've been really craving that Tillamook chocolate peanut butter swirl that I always get. I really want some more of that. No matter what happens, we won't give up, we won't give in. Your heroism has inspired all of our guardsmen in much the same manner. Our scouts at the northern staging point have not had the pleasure of meeting you in person. Let us not keep them waiting. Yep, chocolate peanut butter. Absolutely, yes please. Although I am embarrassed to admit that I have no self-control with it. Like, I will literally take the tub out of the freezer and then just sit on the couch with it with a spoon. No self-control whatsoever. But you know what? I'm an adult and I will have ice cream for dinner when I fucking feel like it. Thank you very much. Not sorry. Okay, northern staging point. Where am I in relation to that? Okay, that is north. Alright, let's go, Nugs. You say that, and then when you wake up the next day, you remember that you're not a youngin' anymore. Following my traits, I do the same. Yeah, like, I don't have to ask my parents if I can have some ice cream. Oh, That's an aether current. I mean, I also eat ice cream for dinner and chips for lunch. Yeah. Another confession is that I've had chips for lunch also. Chips and French onion dip. And then I regret everything. I'm only 28. Why does my body do this? There we go. Perfect. Yeah, like I've got to... honestly, I have to eat better. I have to stop doing things like that. What I'd really like to do is just, you know, get myself like a really good walk. And actually have more stir fry. But then also get a decent rice cooker. And like, you know, kind of make my dinners like that. Just have like, you know, some stir fry some chicken with like some different peppers and stuff, and then like have some rice. And actually I'd like to make like, you know, some decent quantities of that so I could take portions to work with me and eat them. It would be kind of nice. Is that a Sin Eater? Yeah, it is. Oh, it's one of those. I hate those things.
Did you slay this eater? Your orders were to await the main force before engaging.
No, Captain. It wasn't us, I swear it. A man came out of nowhere and cut it down before we knew what was happening.
By himself? Certainly it is no Light Warden, but nevertheless.
It's true. Felled it with a single swing of his axe, he did. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh, here we go. I know who this is.
So I says to him, who are you, the warrior of bleeding darkness? And he says, no, I'm a warrior of light. And that was it. Buggered off as quick as he came.
A warrior of light?
Why would someone go around calling himself that, though? It was those bastards who caused the flood. I mean, if you were going to pretend to be anyone, it'd be her. The warrior of darkness.
Eh? Oh, I didn't know. It's an honor.
Since the Eater is no longer a threat, our work here is done. Return to your posts.
I had hoped to fight at your side today. But I'll continue to follow your example, and may we meet again.
I apologize for the wasted journey. It seems I overestimated the threat. As for this warrior of light, I do not know who would be brazen enough to take that mantle for his own. Whatever it may once have meant, it is forever tainted by the association with the Flood. The Exarch told me the truth of Ardbert and his comrades' deeds, and I am aware they played some part in your own triumph. But to most, they are synonymous with the calamity that befell this world. Still, if this man is minded to destroy Sin Eaters, I may forgive him his unfortunate choice of alias. But that is neither here nor there. I thank you for accompanying me.
Excuse me. Interesting.
With that concluded, shall we return to the Crystarium? There is a proposal I should like to make.
Forgive me. There is one more thing. A personal concern of mine. I had hoped you might have a moment to speak privately.
Take your time. I shall go on ahead.
Oh, pets. There we go. Thank you, Ayami. Yes, you are correct.
Nut.
Nut.
I will not mince words. This matter concerns the Exarch. Though his countenance belies his age, his demeanor never has. He has seen more than any man should and grown ever more weary with time. But I see I give the wrong impression. While it is true he attempted to open a letter with a salmon fillet the other evening, we are not here because I suspect his mind is deteriorating. Nor do I believe him to be so maddeningly unconcerned by the prospect of his own death as he once was. Indeed, the opposite is true. It is for this reason that I seek your advice.
Okay, hold up for 1 second. Lena, who, by all accounts, in my opinion, is probably the strongest, most badass person in all the Crystarium, or indeed this whole expansion, is asking me for advice. Okay. That's kind of huge.
Since he returned from the Tempest, the Exarch is not as he was.
She looks up to me. Okay. Like, I look up to her. That's the weird part.
He seems a different man. A younger man. I know not the details of his research, but when I saw him at work recently, there was a glint in his eye that I had never seen before. He looked happy. It was as if he had peered into the future and for the first time found joy there. Though it gladdens me to see him thus, I wonder if I should not keep my distance. I fear that my presence will only anchor him to the past, remind him of all the pain that came before.
Thurix, welcome. How are you doing? Hope you're well. Anchors keep us where we have chosen to be.
Is that so? Then perhaps we might remain as we were. As we have always been. What a relief. In that case, I will have to speak with him about the amount of time he is spending at work.
Work-life balance.
This research is important, I know, but if he refuses to consider his own health, I will have to consider it for him.
Still trying to cope a lot. A lot of stuff has happened, not gonna lie. Well, Thurix, if you... I know, like, a bunch of us here in the stream, and me included, we're not really folks that you know too much, but if there's stuff that you'd like to discuss or get off your chest, you're completely welcome to do so. You know, the thing is, like, I don't know the nature of what you're going through, you know, and we're not professionals or anything like that. But, you know, if you just need an ear to vent to, you're more than welcome to do that here. I will not keep you. You and your comrades have much to discuss. I will see the others back to their posts. Kinda wondering what that was all about. It's kind of mysterious. Wow, which bow is that? That's interesting. Examine, okay. Ah, damn it. But, with a capital B. My dog got put down today, and I'm just feeling like everyone I care for passes away when my life decides to get better. It's just been a bad 2 months, all entirely my Thurix, no worries. I mean, for what it's worth, I'm really sorry. I'm super sorry about that. You know, a number of years ago, you know, we had to put my cat down, and that was really tough for me, and I can't with a straight face tell you that I'm over that, because I'm not. You know, and my ex and I had a dog for a while. Her name was Tannen, and she was 6 when we got her, and we had her for about 4 years. But you know, when we unfortunately had to put her down, that hit me like a ton of bricks. Like I'm feeling it right now. So I know what you're going through. And it's hard. It's super hard. You know, and like I'm also not going to say that like, oh well, that's life, because like, yes it is, but at the same time it doesn't make anybody feel any better. But like, yeah, like my heart really goes out to you. I'm really sorry. But the thing is though, our lives are better when we have people and pets in our lives that enrich our lives when they're here. And when they pass on, it sucks. It really does. I don't know what else I can say about it, because it's just it brings up a lot of the same feelings, you know, in me. And Thurix, just I just want to reiterate that no apologies are necessary for talking about that stuff or anything other than any other kinds of things that are, like, you know, serious. It's always hard losing a family member. Never easy to lose your pets. They are family after all. That's true. And the thing is, you know, when my cat passed away, and my dog, you know, I pretty much, at that time, I selfishly decided that, you know what, there's no, you know, I'm never going to have another cat. I'm never going to have another dog. I'm just going to not do that again because I can't put myself through that again. And after a while, you know, and after talking to a bunch of people, just, they really, you know, it's just a really selfish way of thinking. Like, I think that pets pass away because they have, not only because they have a shorter life expectancy than we do, but it's also that, like, you know, they occupy our hearts for a time, you know, but then they move on because they want to make room for, you know, another, they want to make room for another. You know, my cat, we adopted her when she was a stray. She was a really sickly stray, and it was the night before we had a huge ice storm, so we took her in and fed her and nursed her back to health when our house lost power. You know, and it started to get really cold, but, like, you know, we were there for her, just trying to get her back to, you know, to get healthy again. And, like, once we did, we had her for probably, oh gosh, like a good 10 years. And she was the best cat I ever had. But, like, you know, I think they pass on because basically we gave her a chance. We gave her a new lease on life, you know, and for her to pass on, that gave us a chance to give another the same second chance at life, you know? And I guess looking at it that way provides me a bit of comfort. I lost a few dogs over the years, so I genuinely understand how you feel. It always hurts no matter how you lose them, yeah. And in some respects, I think when we lost our dog, it was almost worse. Because dogs, I think, you know, just, they have this quality about them that makes them seem like they're more people than cats do. At least to me. At least that was my observation. I'm gonna try and go to the doctor to get myself tested if I have depression. Because in the case I just lost my mind at the point, first my granddad on the 21st November this year, and now my little Soxy boy. He had the most cutest face. He even held a chew stick in his mouth like it was a cigarette. Ah, cute. And yeah, when my grandfather passed away, yeah, that hit me like a ton of bricks too. Yikes. I'm so sorry. Those two things happening so close together, that is just... Hiya, Kryuki. Welcome. We're just playing a little Final Fantasy and having a discussion.
Not.
Hope you're doing well. Hiya, Lukos. The others were quite shocked to hear what we found in Lakeland. Do-do-do.
Not.
The nozzle.
No, it's Lukos. It's completely okay. You're welcome. You're more than welcome to join in on the conversation too. Oh, we're not Kryuki. We are not to the new expansion quite yet. We're still wrapping up Shadowbringers. There's a number of quests and stuff to do before we make it into Endwalker. But I do have it. It is purchased. The key is redeemed. It's in my account, so we'll make it there eventually. But now that you're here, there is a proposal I should like to make. No, there's something personal between me and that topic. That's fair, Lukos. But just, you know, regardless, it's completely okay for you to hop in that conversation, or if you just want to talk, if you want to talk about it eventually, whatever you want to do, whenever you're ready to talk about it, or whether you even want to talk about it at some point or not, it's all completely cool and valid. I've been spending a great deal of time in the Cabinet of Curiosity, and of late I have noted more and more people perusing books on history, the years leading up to the Flood in particular. I suspect they wish to know more about the Warriors of Light. As well they should, but nearly everything I've come across describes them as Sin Eaters or worse. Regardless of whether or not this Warrior of Light is who they claim to be, I worry that their sudden appearance, in conjunction with this renewed interest in their predecessors, may lead to growing unrest and fear. If the people of the Crystarium seek the truth, I say we give it to them. There's a proposal. Gasp. Who's getting married doesn't know proposal is also counted as offer. I too can attest to the falsehoods found within full many of the Cabinet's tomes, with nary a mention of the noble deeds of Ardbert and his comrades. To be fair, they bear some responsibility for the Flood, but when the tale is told again and again over the course of a century, I am not surprised to see their roles distorted and them painted as villains. Besides that, how are you, Ahty? I'm doing pretty good, actually. The second time in a row I was able to get into Final Fantasy. My day is going great. How are you? How are you doing? So basically my schedule is going to be, at least for the time being, while Final Fantasy is having its login issues, my plan for the time being is my Tuesday and Friday streams are going to be Halo until we complete, I think, up and through Halo 4. And Saturdays and Sundays are going to be Final Fantasy, since I can get on way early and get in the queue. So by the time I'm through the queue, I can go live. Hydration and pets. Okay. I did hydrate earlier. I will hydrate shortly, but I will give you your pets. I'll give you your pets! Good. Went to eat out at an Asian restaurant. Had takoyaki, which I've never had before. Ooh, that sounds interesting. What is that exactly? Were it not for the records stored within the Crystal Tower, I would have had no reason to question the narrative. Fried octopus balls. Interesting. Ahty's gonna star with Endwalker. Well, when I get there, at least. Unfortunately, that knowledge was of no use, for when I arrived here in the first, their reputation had already been irreparably tarnished. That said, there still remained those who worked tirelessly to defend their good name in those early days following the Flood. Considering all the good they had done, I find it a wonder they needed defending at all. They brought to justice the man who misused my knowledge to bring about the fall of Verbert. That such heroes could be spoken of in the same breath as Sin Eaters is absurd. Love you, Ahty. Love you too, Ayami. Under normal circumstances, I would agree, but as time passed, those who knew firsthand of their deeds dwindled. In the end, only one truth remained, that they were the cause of the flood. Oof. That does sound good. I'm a big fan, like at the sushi restaurant that I usually go to, I'm a big fan of fried calamari. With the world on the brink of oblivion, it was all too easy for the Warriors of Light to become villains deserving only of resentment and hate. At that point, the truth mattered little. It would not change their lot. Thanks to all of you, however, their lot has changed, and now they may heed the long-forgotten truth. We did in fact go to a sushi restaurant for that. Had some yakisoba on the side as well. Ooh, that sounds good. It is Kryuki. It's actually a small sushi chain here in Oregon called I know I'm gonna butcher the name, but it's like a Marine Polis. Here, I'll type it out in chat. It's very good. Ah, interesting. It has been a while since I've had good yakisoba. I need to change that. I mean, I like chicken karang. It's like KFC chicken, but 10 times better. Ooh. Oh, that sounds good. Y'all, I'm taking notes. Thanks to all of you, however... Okay, I've read that. You claimed it was Ardbert who helped you overcome Emmet's help, correct? Such a revelation would do well to sway the hearts of those who knew him only as a villain. I have shared this with a select few, but one and all must be told of his sacrifice. Kryuki, I have not, unfortunately. They're, it's basically what we call belt sushi here. Basically, you go in, you sit down at a table, and, there's a large circular belt that the sushi cooks, they stand in the middle, and they cook various different little sushi plates, these tiny plates, which are... each have an individual dollar amount, like the green ones are $1, the blue ones are $2, the purple ones are $3, and so on. Yeah, it's basically, yeah, we call it belt sushi, but it's essentially rotary sushi. And you just pretty much just take what you want off the belt, or if there's something that you want that isn't on the belt, like something specialty, you can request that. Just talking about it is making me hungry. Yeah, but it's very easy to sit down there and eat $20 worth of food, and then when you leave, you're pretty much year-round. To that end, I say we proceed with Alphanon's plan. We call together the people of the Crystarium and recount to them the true tale of the Warriors of Light and the flood that followed in their wake. Oh, gyoza. Yeah, don't get me started on gyoza. Holy crap. Well, what say you, Ahty? Spread the word, I say. Then we're all of one mind on the matter. Good. Exarch, might I ask you to continue working with Becklug on our means of returning home? The rest of us will see to gathering the people of the Crystarium in the Exedra. We have to reach out to anyone and everyone who might be willing to lend an ear. With any luck, word will spread and more will accompany them. Interesting. Gyoza is basically my kryptonite. Oof, yep, that's a mood. The closest I could get are pot stickers. They're similar. They're very similar. Like, honestly, I think maybe you could almost get... You could almost recreate them if you have, like, a Japanese market near you. You could get them and then use an air fryer with them. I think that would be good. Well, to what do we owe the pleasure? Whatever it is, I must ask you to be brief. With the night returned, visitors have been flocking to the Crystarium, and I find myself too busy by half. Ah, Super Zippy! Super, thank you so much for 3 months in a row. You're heckin' great. Thank you so much. Your support means a whole heck of a lot. Tomorrow will be my 28th birthday. All of the stuff between my 18th and 28th birthday is overwhelming to look back upon. Yeah, that's a mood. Happy birthday. Well, happy pre-birthday. Happy birthday eve. Well, wait a minute. So December...
It's me, Austin!
Interesting. Okay, so December 13th is your birthday, correct? Interesting. My dad's birthday is December 13th. Which reminds me, I gotta call him tomorrow and wish him a happy birthday. Ah, Corrosia! 3 months. Thank you so much, Corrosia. That means a lot. Holy crap. Pets. Yeah, let me catch up with chat a little bit here. You did a bad thing. Buys gyoza. Me. Does the SpongeBob needing water meme. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it! It's funny because it's true. And also applies to me. I don't mind it, though. Seeing the stairs so full of life and excitement, one can almost forget the flood ever happened. The Warriors of Light? Yes. The Exarch has mentioned them before, but everyone knows them now as the cardinal virtues. Or are you suggesting that there's more to it than that? Well, you've yet to steer us wrong, so I'm willing to hear what you have to say. Nut. Now I'm just ending the day off with a root beer float, and that I haven't had for years. Oh, that's fair. And also, welcome back, Corrosia.
The nozzle.
Nut. The nozzle. Oh, Thurix, it's basically a mug of root beer with a scoop of ice cream floating in it.
Nut.
Kryuki, you're completely okay.
Nut.
You're fine. Nut.
Nut.
The nozzle.
Kryuki, no worries. You're here now. That's fine. Come to browse wares in the market, have you? Well, I can guarantee you'll have no trouble finding what you need, whatever it may be. Under Yulmore's new leadership, trade has never been more prosperous. Word is the fellow from Daedalus Stoneworks has taken over as mayor. Did he really? Little wonder business is booming the way it is. I imagine it won't be long before all of Norvrant reaps the benefits. But you've not come to talk about the market. Kryuki, it's completely fine. No worries. I love having you around when you can make it. When you can't, you can't. It's no pressure. Orange ice cream soda with vanilla ice cream. Thank me later. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. I see. The Exarch did mention they had something to do with your returning the knight to Norvrant. Alright, consider my interest piqued. Alright, 2 down, 3 to go. Kahlua, vodka, vanilla soy milk, thank me later. Alright, mine isn't quite as good as that, but... And it might sound gross, but trust me, it's perfect. A mug of apple cider from the supermarket. Doesn't matter what it is, just apple cider. In a mug, 1 shot of Fireball in it, and then nuke for 2 minutes. You'll thank me later. Tastes like hot apple pie you can drink. It is heckin' amazing. I am bombing this. Yeah, I feel you there too. I have to do that in moderation. It's a pretty seasonal thing for me. Bonk. Ahty! My, what a wonderful surprise. Though I hope your being here doesn't mean someone's been hurt. Thanks to you, I've had far fewer patients coming through my door of late, which is a shame, come to think of it. I've had fewer opportunities to test my new medicines. Hee, I jest, of course. It's actually been quite pleasant to have a few moments to myself now and again. The truth about the Warriors of Light? But the Exarch has already spoken with me about them. Well, if there's more to the tale, I'd very much like to hear it. Maybe I can get up there from here. I almost was in the military when I was 18, but I decided to drop out of the enlistment. My parents began an almost 9-year-long move to their new place roughly 600 miles from where I live. Huh, okay. Okay, this is the wrong way. Never mind. Ah, yeah. So, I was going to enlist in the army, like a very long time ago. But I ended up, just not doing it. I just decided that I wanted to go in a different direction. I tried to join the military, 19 or 20, because I had nothing and nobody, and also was maybe a little bit high. They told me no because, that sucks. As the recruiter's boss put it, we don't want fat kids in the army, son. Wow, fucking dicks. It was the best time I've ever been insulted, really. I tried to join the Air Force, got turned down, and laughed out of the recruiter office because of my health. That's also dickish. Yeah, I was almost suckered in by the GI Bill. Well, well, what a coincidence. I was just reading over a letter I received from Grenold not long ago. He says a visitor from the Crystarium found him at the bottom of the ocean, and that she inspired him to reach new artistic heights. Well, I can only think of one person capable of both feats, though I'd say the latter is far more impressive. To think fate could bring the two of you together in such a place. I'm sorry? You mean the Exarch didn't tell us the whole story of the Warriors of Light? Well, whatever he's left unsaid, I'm all ears. Alright, now to find the fourth. Only real hiccup I had was that I'm too tolerant of pain, both physically and mentally. Unfortunately, I've had a pretty violent upbringing. Yikes. I had a half-brother via my biological dad who joined up, got killed by a roadside IED while I was in high school. I think part of me trying to join was me thinking in some part of my brain that maybe joining would make him or anyone care about me. Wow. See, and that's the shitty part too, Corrosia, because, like, you're a really good dude. So for anyone to, like, just not care about you is just, I can't fathom that. I just don't understand. was also probably that I was tired of having to donate plasma just to buy groceries. Yeah. I've had lots of friends get to that point, and that just sucks. I remember I was laughed out of the recruiting office stall. They wasn't laughing when their tires went flat. Still got away with it. Oops. No, this can't be. Surely there is at least one book here that does not cast the Warriors of Light and their deeds in such a negative light. I literally spent my childhood in Civil Air Patrol ROTC and all kinds of other programs to join the military, only to be laughed out because of my health. That sucks ass. Well, you don't make a joke out of a joker because we know how to get that back tenfold. Anyway, I'm a jet, but before I do, Ahty Stripes, the tracking says the package ought to arrive tomorrow, so let me know if anything happened. I will, Corrosia. I'm going to pick that package up on my way home from work. So we will see. I'm actually pretty confident since it's getting delivered to a legit UPS store, so... There's a package, yes. Corrosia sent me a goodie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Iyami, for the shout out, and thank you so much, Corrosia, for that gift sub to Mel and Nora. That's awesome. Why are you always asking about my package? I love parcels. I love you, Beats. All super fresh beans. Thank you, Yami. You're the one who brought it up, silly waggles. Oh, Ahty, forgive me. The Cabinet of Curiosity has been bustling with visitors as of late, but I fear our repository lacks for the knowledge they seek. The people wish to know the truth of the Flood, of the Warriors of Light. I have searched high and low, but alas, every account portrays them as no better than the Sin Eaters, abominations worthy only of scorn and resentment. I know they were not always judged so harshly, yet I can find no proof, and I dare call myself a librarian. There's a joke to be made about bringing up my package, but I'm too classy to do it. That's fair. You would address the people and tell them the truth of the Warriors of Light? Of the Flood? How wonderful. You have regaled me with the tale once before, but I should love to hear it again. Oh, and you may be assured I will not come alone. Okay, there we go. That's all 5. to speak with Alfino. Here we are. Night, everyone. You're all awesome, wonderful people. Don't forget that every day, and have a good rest of your night. You too, Kuroja. Thank you so much again for that raid. And it's always great to see you. There you are. Between the four of us, I dare say we've swept the Crystarium from top to bottom. Now we need but wait for the people to gather. Here we go. Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yes, this looks to be nearly everyone. Let us begin, shall we? Though I am usually the first to hold forth at such events, I think on this occasion that honor should fall to you.
They would be more inclined to take the word of the Warrior of Darkness.
Indeed. In light of the subject matter, who better than thee to speak these truths?
Wicked White? The Warriors of Light did all that?
So they never... I mean, they only ever wanted to help. And when everything they'd done turned to ash, they still carried on.
They gave everything to stop the flood. First their lives, then their souls. And they managed it too, in the end. They saved us. And we cursed their names.
This should go a long way towards clearing the air. Impossible.
Indeed. You can see him too?
I definitely see something. You don't think it's a ghost, do you?
Nay. Yonder standeth no bloodless apparition, but a warrior of light and darkness both. Ardbert.
What in the world?
Indeed, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
It's you! The one who slew the Eater!
That it should be the Warrior of Darkness who brought the truth to light. You've saved me a fair bit of time. Though I have a few words of my own to say, if I may. people of the Crystarium. I am Ardbert, one of those you know as a warrior of light.
That's impossible. You should be dead.
Aye, that I should. But as the world has been given new life, so too have I.
Oh my god. Russ! Oh my god, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. Holy crap, thank you. Thank you so much.
Not.
Oh my gosh. How was the rest of Forza tonight? And welcome, raiders. If y'all aren't familiar with me, I am. My name is Ahty. I'm a trans furry gamer from Oregon. I mainly play RPGs, pretty much anything with a story, anything with a good yarn to tell. If that sounds like your jam, please feel free to drop a follow. I usually stream on Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 6 PST to 9 PST. So how y'all doing tonight? Welcome. Thank you so much for the follow, Rix. And Coral Fluff, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Oh, pets. So, where we're at right now is we just made it back to the Crystarium, and, you know, after this whole time that we thought basically this dude Ardbert, a warrior of light that everyone blamed for the flood, is basically alive after 100 years, which I'm just about as skeptical as everyone else. Hydration is key, yes it is. Thank you so much. Hey Ahty, you haven't answered me. What's all this about that you were having discussion and conversation with the locals of the Crystarium? Oh, okay, so basically all the locals of the Crystarium were pretty much cursing the Warriors of Light, because when they succeeded in like vanquishing the darkness and all that stuff, light took over, and you know, since light and dark are supposed to be balanced, basically there was an overabundance of light which obliterated basically 90% of the world, except for this region that we're in right now called Norvrant. And only then, the only reason why Norvrant exists is because the Oracle, which is Minfilia, stopped the flood with the help of the Warriors of Light, who sacrificed themselves to make that happen. But basically everybody in the Crystarium, or everybody who survived that whole disaster, just knows the Warriors of Light as basically buttheads who basically almost ended the world and killed a bunch of people, and they are basically villains in everyone's eyes. But we're trying to change that, so that's where we're at. So heck. Yeah, it's been a roller coaster.
I know not why I, and I alone, have been gifted this chance. But I do know this. Only by the will of the star itself could such a miracle come to pass.
Yeah, exactly, Kryuki. Oh, yep. Skepticism.
The hero who stands before you now, the warrior of darkness, is not of this world. And the day will come when she must return to her home. But this land is our home. And if it is to remain so, now and forevermore, it is we who must protect it. The time to rely on saviors from afar has passed. It is you who must rise. You who must become the new warriors of light.
What? Us? Warriors of Light?
None of us were born heroes, my friend. I was only ever a man with a thirst for adventure. But wherever my journeys took me, I was invariably confronted with the same choice. To lend what aid I could to those in need, or not. And I always chose the former. Any one of you could do the same. All you need is the will to help your fellow man, and the resolve to see it through.
Kind of wonder what the goal is here, though. Why did he show up now?
From thine own lips did we learn of Ardbert's fate, and by thy countenance I gather thou art not inclined to recant thy testimony.
Turbid! Welcome. Turbs.
Yet whosoever this man may be, his words hold truth and resonate with the citizenry besides. For us to voice our doubts here and now would serve but to sow disquiet. 'Twere better we retired unto the ocular and there discuss this matter in private.
Well, I agree, Your Honor. So how's my favorite squash this evening?
Go. I will stay here and watch.
Ooh, I'm getting beamed. Bean!
So, that is a warrior of light of the first.
Good, just getting home from work. It's been a long day. Work? It's Sunday, dude. Thank you, Russ. Pet the bean! Triple pets. Ayami, if you keep doing that, I'm gonna have to pee. Alright, done.
I've not had the pleasure of making his acquaintance, but as you all seem to be in agreement, I gather this is no simple case of mistaken identity.
As far as I was able to discern, that was indeed Ardbert. It has been a long time, but not that long. Could he truly have been resurrected as he claims?
It looks like him and sounds like him, but it isn't him.
Ardbert did entrust his very soul unto thee. I see no reason to question thy judgment.
Nor I. To my eyes, your ether burns as brightly as the day you slew Emmett Selk. That is proof that he is with you still.
Yet that which standeth now before the people is far more than a passing imitation. I am reminded of the cardinal virtues, though a sin-eater he is not. Which leaveth but one plausible explanation.
That he is an Ascian.
What? I could... Oh, man. Oh my god. I think we might be screwed. You're Your family, Ahty. Gotta make sure you're hydrated. Aww. I love you, Ahty. I love you too, Ayami. Remember what happened with Thancred back in ARR? Yes. But how could that happen? Ooh. How could that happen with Ardbert? It's been 100 years. His actual body would just be dust. Ahty, I'm curious enough to ask. Hopefully it's not too much. How long have you been trans for? That's a tough question, Lukos. And it's not too much. I guess for a long time. Although it's been a very long time of me kind of like either not really knowing or trying to resolve those feelings for myself. But I don't know, like I really just kind of came to the realization and decided to be honest with myself for once. Not this past October, but before. So basically a year and a handful of months is when I decided, well, I'm just going to be honest with not only myself, but start coming out to lots of my friends, like really close friends. So I don't know. I guess part of that is just me being unclear about myself. It's been very much a journey, I guess. Yeah. Kryuki, that is very accurate. When I basically decided that, okay, well, I'm not going to hide it anymore. Like, I'm a furry, and decided to, roll with that. Basically, that goes all the way back to 2001s. But the being non-binary and trans, those are very recent revelations. You see clues, you follow signs, and it starts adding up after a while, and it added up for me about a year ago. I hope all of that makes sense. And the thing is, like, if anybody has questions about that thing, I am an open book. You can ask whatever questions you want, and I'll not hold back. Ahty is super heckin' valid. Everyone is super heckin' valid. Thank you, Ayami. Look at this adorable soul. Hiya, Arctic. Welcome. I am off to bed, and Ahty, you're an amazing being. Know you, Mictron. Have a great night, okay? I'm proud of you. Mictron, that means a lot. Thank you. It's beautiful seeing someone come out. Well, the thing is, though, everybody here has played a role in that. Everybody here has played a role in really just making me feel comfortable and valid. And, like, as time goes on, like, y'all give me life, Yeah, so basically, Kryuki, I'm older, I guess, without just coming out and saying what my age is. But yeah, I graduated high school a long time ago. But even then, there were just some things about me, about myself, that I just didn't realize at the time were, clues and stuff like that, and I don't know, it's some of it is very hard to describe. There's been feelings swirling inside my head about things like that, Ahty. Russ, I would love to know more about that, but I think that might be a conversation that you and I should probably have off stream, but it's up to you. I don't know how much you want to talk about that openly. But heck, I mean, like, I'm your friend, and I really care about you. And I want you to know that I am, like, always here to chat, If you just want to talk about that stuff, I am more than happy. Ahty is still very much a young being, even though they're older than they seem. Yeah, that's okay. I'll take that. It's weird because, like, I don't feel any different now than I did 20 years ago. Let me put it that way. Yeah, I mean, I would be one of those folks that one could possibly maybe call a gray muzzle. And it's nice to have you here, Rix. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. But you're as welcome as anybody else is.
Given their fondness for posthumous possession, I would have to agree. From what I understand, the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore by those whom they had aided in life. At the time, some few still remembered them as heroes. Needless to say, 4 of them were subsequently exhumed to serve as the virtues. And if one knew where to look, Ardbert too would not have been difficult to find.
Assuming then that this is indeed the work of an Ascian, my mind inevitably turns to the last remaining paragon to survive the Sundering.
Elidibus. That Xenos hath reclaimed his own flesh is known. Thus evicted from his borrowed form, and cognizant no doubt of Emetzelk's failure here in the First, 'tis quite possible the emissary chose Ardbert for his next vessel.
Inhabiting the flesh of the fallen? My, that is unsavory. And they do this often, you say?
Verily. For they possess no corporeal forms of their own. In what one may term their natural state, none save those gifted with the echo can perceive them. Indeed, when Elidibus intruded upon the waking sands, his presence did go unmarked by all save Minfilia and the Warrior of Light. On that occasion, I myself remained ignorant of his coming until after his departure. It was only at a later juncture, when he deigned to appear before me in borrowed flesh, that I was finally able to take the measure of him.
Of course you're a gray muzzle. We can see it right there on the screen. That's fair. I'm 39 myself, but very much feel just as I did many, many years ago. Yeah. It's weird, but yeah, same. Ardbert 2, The Ardening Burtons. Ahty is family to me, a genuine being and wonderful friend. Yeah, I'm 35. Interesting. Anyways, I'm going to go. I can't spoil this game for myself. Take care. Okay, Lukos. Thank you so much for coming by. I'll be streaming again on Tuesday. I'll be doing Halo, so you're more than welcome to chill.
In such puppetry do the Ascians engage when they seek to influence the course of history.
And they have gained much by it. Emmett Selk single-handedly built the Garlean Empire in this manner, while the Hebrea came close to conquering Eorzea, having taken possession of Thancred's living body.
Yep, I remember that part.
Yet it must needs be noted that the Ascians cannot avail themselves of all mortal vessels. For were they able to do so, none would serve as a better pawn than our own redoubtable champion.
I hope we have some Orosite hanging around, because I would really love to slay that dude.
Mayhap the blessing of light shieldeth Hydaelyn's chosen from Ascian influence. Or mayhap other forces are at work. We cannot say for certain.
Hey, Grey Wolf. Welcome. Doing pretty good. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're well.
Whatever the reason, I hope it holds true. I dare not contemplate what might come to pass otherwise.
Is it not peculiar, then, that Ardbert's mortal remains should be susceptible, given that he was once a warrior of light? Or did the final departure of his soul make it possible, perhaps? Regardless, to hear an Ascian use him to call forth new warriors of light boggles the mind.
Indeed, to say the least.
Elidibus hath ever been an enigma, his ostensible purpose being to preserve the balance between light and dark. When he made overtures towards me, however, I was afforded a glimpse behind the mask of the self-appointed emissary. I shall not defend mine actions, undertaken in pursuit of a better understanding of our foe as either wise or prudent. Nevertheless, what little I did glean may now prove useful. Elidibus possesseth a subtle mind, practiced in the art of manipulation. That he coaxed this star's most valiant heroes as far as the source with naught save half-truths is no trifling feat. And now I believe he doth employ his skills once more to some as yet unknown end. Though naught is certain, should my suspicions prove true, we shall have need of all our wits if we are to uncover and thereafter thwart his plot.
Agreed. 'Tis plain that simply speaking out against him will not avail us. At best, it would only serve to confuse the people.
Yes, Ascian slay girl, sashay away to that moon.
And I would hesitate to do anything which might tarnish Ardbert's reputation once more, nor yours by association. That being the case, it may be wise to keep a covert eye on this Ardbert's movements, as we attempt to discern his purpose and how best to mitigate his influence.
His performance appears to have concluded. What now? Go back out and follow him?
Twould appear Master Alphino already hath pursuit in mind, and I suspect one pair of eyes shall better serve our cause than half a dozen. Let the rest of us maintain an inconspicuous distance, for the present at least.
That's a bit foreboding. Oh boy. This just keeps getting better and better. You did well to dispel the falsehoods surrounding the Warriors of Light and their actions prior to the Flood, though I must say the reappearance of Ardbert, or rather, one who appropriated his identity, was a rather curious development. He is an imposter. Of that, there is no doubt. But to the masses he will appear as a hero returned from the grave. After the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore, the people prayed fervently for the gods to deliver them from their plight. Prayed that these fallen heroes be born again for their sacrifices. What bitter irony. I, for one, would like to know why Ardbert urged the people to become Warriors of Light themselves. Ere we take action, we must needs ascertain his intent. Let us pray that Master Alphino returneth soon with that most essential knowledge. For now, I think it best to apprise Thancred and Reen of our efforts. When we do confront Ardbert, we shall no doubt have need of their strength. Agreed. I think it prudent we all take measures to prepare for what's to come. Becklug and I will continue our research into how we might improve the spirit vessel, that it might one day carry you home. Then I think it time to return to the Greatwood. Until now, everything we have learned of the Ascians has been handed to us at their leisure. But that was one of Emmett Selk's unique failings. I have no reason to think Elidibus will be as forthcoming. Fortunately, I recently received word from Fanau that heretofore unexplored chambers have been discovered deep within Kitana Ravel. Almet believes the relics within tell of a great calamity that befell an ancient civilization, that of the Ascians, perhaps. They may lead us to truth we seek. Would you care for company? I wouldn't dream of going without you. When you are ready, make for Fanau. Almet and her sisters will be expecting us. Then let us be about our tasks. Pray give my regards to the V's. Alright. Let's heckin' go. Back to Rectica. Ayami. You're not being too crazy. You're just Ayami, and you're valid, and you're awesome, and perfect. Don't even worry about it. Welcome, allies of Ronka. We have accomplished much since last you came. With the Light Warden dead and its minions dispersed, we have at last reclaimed our hunting grounds near Raktika Falls. It was there that we discovered more ruins, Although we ran afoul of no traps while exploring its halls, we determined that the innermost chambers were warded by magic. We all were in agreement. Before any investigation could proceed, you should be summoned. We are grateful that you did. From what you have told me, I strongly suspect that the wisdom my comrades and I seek can be found within. This wisdom could prove invaluable, for we may soon face a foe whose greatest asset is our ignorance. I see. That it is good that you have come, for Ronka was once home to the greatest of weapons, knowledge and understanding. And it is our duty to ensure you and yours do not want for either. That said, we must proceed with caution. To have reached the inner chambers unmolested suggests a more formidable deterrent yet lies within. Come now, surely any threats sleeping within the ruins pale in comparison to those we have faced thus far. This is not a game, sister. You should not be so eager to run headlong into danger. Oh? And who was it pining for the return of our allies so we might venture into the ruins? Clutching her staff at night, wishing it were... You promised not to tell! Then I suggest we be going. Get back here! Remind me, exactly how old are you and your sisters? On second thought, perhaps it's for the better I do not know. Pray forgive their overzealous nature. None save we three have been privileged to escort you and yours into the ruins and bear witness to its secrets. Their hearts now burn with a curiosity that is not easily sated. Please, you don't need to apologize. As a seeker of knowledge myself, I understand full well their enthusiasm. And if not for your sedulous efforts to protect the ruins, we would not be afforded this opportunity. Speaking of which, I believe I have kept you away from the ruins long enough. Come, let us make for Kritana Ravel. Oh wow, I didn't think I would be back there so soon. So soon as in like, yeah, we were here like 2 months ago. Now comes the confusing part, because I never know which way to go to get out of here. Oh, who's this? Who's this? Now here's somebody I haven't seen in a while. No worries. You're at a really good part of the story. I'm not gonna lie. Heck, it was pretty challenging. Oh, Raktika. I love Raktika so much. I love it. Oh, it's a solo duty. Interesting. It is most strange for these halls to be left unguarded. Have care when breaking the seal on the chamber door. Danger surely awaits us on the other side. Oh, a bunch of cutscenes too. Yeah, let's do it.
Come. Our new discoveries are to be found this way.
The nozzle.
The nozzle.
The people of Ronka are known to have venerated animals, but these features do not match those of any indigenous species. This is no common beast. Though that much is plain from its proportions.
It's terrifying, whatever it is.
Lifelike, is it not? One could almost imagine it breathed. Why you... Ugh.
Nice.
This owl, by contrast, seems no different from the others we've seen.
The sealed door lies ahead.
This is stupid and not funny. Oh, what do you mean, Kryuki? I see.
As you see, one statue is missing.
It is kind of
I
mean.
expect we are meant to replace it as before.
Too simple. There will be some additional defense mechanism. Just a moment. There are words carved into the stone. He who would disturb a hero's deserved slumber shall instead waken the beast and know his folly.
Oh.
Wait! Don't!
Great job.
What? But I only... What is happening?
Great job. Now we're screwed.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, it lives!
Why am I not surprised? Prepare yourselves.
Where did I go? Ah, I see. Trespass mortal upon sacred ground. In retribution, 4 souls have I bound. Yet to heroes proven learned and wise, a comrade's soul shall be their prize. If you would see theirs set free, answer me these riddles 3. I'm screwed. Deft of paw, with kin do I vie, though sought apart, betterment of the whole do our efforts decry. Though sought apart, betterment of the whole do our efforts descry. What am I? Deft of paw with kin. Shit. I don't remember this.
No mercy!
Ah. Shit. Here we go. I knew it was one of those two. Okay, what now? Do I actually battle him? Or her? That indeed seems the case.
Here I come! I will not hold back! I will not hold back! Away with you! This is going to leave a mark!
Let us see how you handle this!
Hmm. That was interesting.
'Twould seem the magics have returned us. How polite. Now, what have we learned?
Ah, we were bound to run into a living statue eventually. And now we can open the door.
So she learned nothing.
He who would disturb a hero's deserved slumber.
Maybe that wasn't the beast. What's this?
A tomb, just as I thought. Befitting a hero.
She is Vis. Could it be the Archmage Tiuna? A legendary hero of Ronka, as you surmised. The tales tell of how she smote entire armies with a single incantation, so potent was her spellcraft. Though she ever fought in the name of peace.
I thought them no more than tales. To think she really existed.
Well, I for one always believed.
I wonder. By the light of fallen stars, great power awakens.
Tiuna was not only a master of spellcraft. It is said she could see truths long lost and hear the voices of men's hearts.
Naught less than the echo. In which case, none of this is mere coincidence. A shower of stars setting the sky aflame. And in both this world and the Source, we find individuals within whom a mysterious power awakened at the sight. We can never unpick the why of it. Now, however, I believe we might. Does the scene depicted here not resemble the one we saw when we first ventured into the Katana Ravel? Moreover, does it not recall that which Emmett Selk invited us to witness in Amarot? The final days. If, as the Exarch's research suggests, soul and mind share a fragile yet profound bond, might it not be possible for an event to leave such a deep imprint upon the soul that it could be perceived eons later, given a suitable trigger? The echo defies explanation by conventional etherological theory, or shall we say modern etherological theory. But if it is a power that once belonged to the ancients, to souls yet undivided, it would seem I have entered the realm of pure speculation, and I call myself a scholar. I shall refrain from making any further wild claims until such time as I have evidence. Still, I cannot choose but be reminded of our experience in Amarant.
Then you must recall Emmett Silk's dying request.
Remember us.
History is learned, not lived. We have always protected the tales of Ronka, just as we have protected this place. But we are mindful of what our mothers taught us. We see the past through our own eyes, and speak of it with our own words. Thus do we come to understand it in our own way. But this is not the same as remembering.
Your mothers were wise. Though we witnessed the final days, our impressions cannot fail to be colored by our own experiences and expectations. Those who lived through it would have perceived the event quite differently. We must bear in mind that it is no simple matter to keep the truth alive, or it will die with Emmett Selk and his kin. But we have disturbed Tiuna long enough. Fanau will serve similarly well as a venue for our contemplations.
Interesting. Wow. By your pensive expression, I take it the tomb has given you much to think about. That as well. In time, the knowledge you have gleaned will lead to understanding, and thus arm you for what is to come. Before you leave, however, I would speak again of the teachings of our forebears, of histories learned, not lived. The legend of Tiuna and her exploits has been told countless times over the centuries, yet it is handed from one generation to the next. The story changes. With each telling of the tale, there are new flourishes. Details changed or lost. We can never truly know how she lived, for we are not there. We were not there to see it. But we are here now to bear witness to your life. We have seen the change you have wrought, the echoes that will endure long after you are gone, and though it too will change over time, I swear to you, we shall do our best to preserve your story. I hope you'll forgive me if I don't make an oath of my own, but I think it goes without saying we could never misspeak of your heroism. Perish the thought. So long as we are here, there are none among these who will not know of all you have done for Norvrant. We are not deserving of such reverence, but we are grateful all the same. You can be certain we will have our own tales to tell of the great guardians of Raktika and the ruins of Ronka. I pray your safe travels then, as ever, we shall await your return with open arms. Although we learned naught of the Ascians, the insight we gained into the Echo made our trip worthwhile. Before we return to the Crystarium, however, there is a small matter I would attend to in Slitherbow. Might I trouble you to come with me? Thank you. After we arrive, we should have a brief word with Runar. Okay. Alright. I think actually probably right now might be a good time to call it. So it's getting a little late for me. Let's see. I'm wondering who we should raid. Oh, hello. Oh, you're welcome, Kryuki. I am not following Yumi. Can you link me real quick? Oh, that is much better. What better way to continue the vibe than do that? And Ayami is on. Oh, she's doing trials in Final Fantasy. Interesting. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm torn. We could raid Ayami because we, you know, Ayami comes by the lot and she does a lot for us. I've raided her before though. Or we could raid somebody completely new, which is Yumi, who's actually, I've actually known through Paula's community for quite a while, and is also a good bean. What do y'all think? Okay. There's a Yami. Thanks for the stream. Sorry I was lurking for most of it, but it was very nice to hang out here. Oh, no worries, Rix. I mean, lurking or like, you know, or you know, poking at us in chat. It's all, you know, whatever you want. Ah, so there it is. So Ayami is affiliate already. Ayami has yet to get there. So, I mean, I love Ayami. I will definitely raid her in the future. But I think Yumi is a good bean, and we should get her to affiliate. So here's the thing. I think Ayami would understand. If we raided Yumi, I think Ayami would understand why we did it. Yeah. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, think of it this way, Kryuki. I mean, getting to affiliate, it gets a person the opportunity and the chance and the ability to monetize their channel. And with that, they're just their first step on the way to actually being able to stream full time if they want to do that. You know, and actually be able to just do this for themselves. And a lot of the times it's really fulfilling. And I remember back to the time when y'all helped me get to affiliate. That Russ and Paula and everybody in the chat right now helped me get there. You know? And I would love for somebody else to experience that too. So yeah, let's do that. Let's see. All right. So there we go. Thank you all so much for coming by my stream tonight and hanging out. I know we talked about a lot of stuff, some heavy things, but, you know, overall, I think it was a really solid stream. And I had a good time. And y'all are awesome. And I appreciate everybody here. Y'all are amazing. And honestly, like, I wouldn't be here without y'all's support. So, as we head on over to Yumi's stream, be sure to give her all the love and stuff, and really, we gotta help with that affiliate push. We really do, because she's a good being, and she can do this. Alrighty. So thank you, folks. That's gonna be it for me tonight, but I'll see y'all Tuesday, and most likely gonna be playing a bit of Halo, which will be a good change of pace. Thank you so much, Kryuki. Alrighty. Thanks, folks. Have a great night, and I will see you Tuesday. Have a good one. Sleep well.